Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Poets and Quants' Must Reads, a quick, digestible recap of the top business school news sponsored by Center Court, our virtual admission events. I'm your host, Christy Blyzeffer, and I'll be highlighting the most P&Q stories you might have missed, so let's get to it. Number one, this is what it costs to get an MBA from a top business school. If you want an elite MBA degree from a top business school in the United States or Europe, be prepared to pay more than $200,000 and significantly more if you're eyeing one of the M7 or M7 adjacent schools. 19 of the top 27 schools analyzed by Poets and Quants charge tuition and fees and estimate living expenses that, combined over the 2 years, equal or exceed $200,000. That's up from 15 B schools last year, and 4 more schools are currently on the threshold of that club, sitting at $196,000 or more. For the 2023-2024 school year alone, 21 of the 27 schools estimate an annual cost in excess of $100,000. If you want to know just how much an MBA from your target schools will set you back, check out our annual cost outlook, which you can find now in our trending tab. Number 2, the absolute worst MBA rankings. In recent years, law and medical schools began a crusade to stop cooperating with U.S. News and World Report's rankings. And that crusade has entered the business school arena with academic attacks on the methodology behind the Bloomberg Business Week ranking. Truth is, however, that prospective students are obsessed with rankings, as are current students, alumni, faculty, and the leadership of schools. There's no question that in the US, the leading MBA ranking is produced by US News and World Report. In Europe, the most watched ranking is put out by the Financial Times. While flawed on several dimensions, those two organizations put considerable effort into getting it right. But what are the rankings that seem to consistently get it wrong? Poets and Quants editor-in-chief John Byrne dives deep into the 3 worst MBA rankings on the market. You can find his full analysis in our rankings tab. Number 3, Harvard, Stanford, and Wharton admit on how we got into the 3 of the world's top MBA programs. Jay Bhandari applied to 3 of the world's most elite business schools, Harvard, Stanford, and Wharton, in the round 1 admission cycle this year. Between them, they are the most selective B schools in the world, with acceptance rates between 8 and 23%. Bhandari got into all 3. How do you do it? Well, you can read about his journey in our news tab. Number 4, our weekly roundup of news you can use. No matter where you are in your MBA journey, we bring several helpful stories to you this week. First up, 3 steps to strategically plan your career. This story features advice from experienced executive career coaches and is available now on our homepage. Next, GMAT versus GRE. Which top 50 MBA program prefers which test? This story on our homepage can help you decide which test to focus on for your dream school. And finally, ace your Stanford GSB, HBS, and Wharton application essays. In this webinar, Poets and Quants and the experts from Fortuna Admissions help candidates polish their HSW MBA admission essays to brilliant sheen. You'll find it in our admissions tab. And that's it for this week's Must Reads recap. I also want to alert school seekers to Center Court's upcoming MBA Festival. You'll hear from alumni and career experts from leading business schools about how the MBA can fast-track your career. Our next event is October 3rd and 4th, and you can register now for free. Again, I'm Christy Blyzeffer, and you can join me next week right here for a recap of what's important in the world of business education. Thanks for listening, and as always, stay informed.